Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we can all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK show out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is Thursday night scripture breakdown class. Before I start, do anybody got any question? Go ahead.
I wanted to break down Genesis 2 and 7.
Let's go to it. Oh, okay. I put this down before. Go ahead. What you want? Go ahead, read it.
Okay. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breath in his and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Right.
And man became a living soul.
So, what question do you have about this?
Okay, so my question about this is, what's the breath of life?
What is the breath of life?
Context.
What do you think the breath of life is?
I think the breath of life is like truth. That's
what the breath of life is. Yeah, the ability to follow instruction. You know what I'm saying? The law, statutes, and commandments. That's the breath of life. There's a precept, if you can find it, or if it's about if you can find it, where it says that the law is life. Let me see. Oh, Proverbs 6:23. If one of y'all could pull that up, Kasha.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life.
You see, so it said that read the first part again.
For the commandments is a lamp.
The commandments is a lamp, right? Obviously, a lamp makes light, right? The point of that light, so it can show you which way to go. Read the next part.
And the law is light.
And the law is that light, right? So the commandments is the lamp, but the law is the light, meaning the commandments is the thing that you're supposed to follow, but the law is supposed to be the thing that you follow to guide your way, to guide you, you know what I'm saying? To keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the breath of life is, though, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody has it. As a matter of fact, give me Amos 2 and 3. So I think it's Amos 3 and 2, my bad.
Amos 3 and 2.
Done.
This Amos.
Try verse 1, slide.
Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right.
Against the whole family which I have brought from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquity. So
we're the only ones who was given the breath of life. That's the truth. And that's why we get punished for things we do. That's why white people can eat pork. Hell, Japanese people, the Asians, they just put whatever in their mouth. And they don't got heart disease. They don't got high diabetes rates. But we do. We impose proximity to the white people. White people eat all the pork and all the crap that black people be wanting to eat, but they don't suffer none of the health consequences. This verse is telling you why. Because they don't got the breath of life. We do. And when we use the breath of life, we take the breath of life and squander it. That's why we end up with all these health diseases and all these health problems. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that the law is supposed to be our wisdom in the sight of the Lord. When they see us, they're supposed to see wise men and women. But when we do the things that's contrary to the law, that's detrimental to us, well, then the Lord got to punish us, because now we're making his law look bad. They're supposed to see us and see those are God's people. That's the image of God right there. Those people, them blacks and Hispanics. But when they see blacks and Hispanics doing dope, killing each other, raping each other, you know what I'm saying, doing things that white people in other nations do, then we make the Most High look like a liar. Because we're supposed to be his chosen people. We're supposed to be special and above everybody, but we act like lower than them or equal to them. You know? Okay. But that was it. Kanaka, you got a question before we continue?
Well, not yet.
All right. So the title, if y'all got any questions online, put them in the chat and I'll answer them. But the title of the class is Being Content, or Be Content. All right. What does it mean to be content? Go ahead.
Be humble or satisfied with what you got going on now.
Exactly. And a lot of people, especially in the black community, they're not content with just having enough. They want the riches and the wealth and everything that comes with it. right? All the problems, all the beef, all the drama, they don't care. They're willing to do whatever. They die about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that leads to, though. It leads to the destruction of our community. A friend of mine, I told this story last week or the week before, rather. A friend of mine was talking about how they like they they don't they don't blame black people for selling drugs. They said they understand selling drugs for just a little bit to get out the hood and go live a better life and do something more. She said she got more respect for them than for regular black people working 9 to 5 that just sit around and get high. I said the one who sit around and get high is better than the one who's selling the drugs. You know what I'm saying? But uppity black people, they worried about the money. They're not worried about the community, right? That's what the brother was talking about, being humble. They don't have humility. All they worried about is lining their own pockets and getting what they want out of life. And they don't care if they got to step on you to get there. And that's happened a lot of times in our history, you know what I'm saying? With a whole lot of our people, where, the community could have benefited from things that's been done by our leaders, but our leaders was all about self. Can y'all give me an example of that? Good.
I say like the Black Lives Matter movement
Explain.
because it was for black people and stuff like that, and they raised all that money, but that money just kind of disappeared. Like it didn't really help nobody. They didn't help pay bills. That was a great opportunity for us to put our people like in homes that needed homes, help people for women who couldn't get food.
Mm-hmm.
That was a perfect opportunity to, give back to our community.
You know what happened to that money? Go ahead, Zabak.
Well, mansions.
They took and bought houses for themselves. It wasn't enough for them to have a little bit. It was about making sure they took your little bit and bought something they wanted. You had your hand up, Zabak?
That'll come.
Yeah.
We piggyback off of that. Look at our black politicians.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear nothing from them, but when it's time for election, you'll see like countless signs and advertisements talking about it's time to vote, it's time to vote. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
But even now, look at what's going on. All these black politicians with ICE and how ICE is sabotaging God's chosen people. Where these black politicians at?
Exactly. They like roaches. They hide.
Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even see them on TV now.
Exactly.
But come that time of election, it's like they're gonna, peek out from behind the curtain and wave their hand and like, hey, look, I'm here. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Just
and because
tell them like, and Shalak, just try to tell them, forget about ICE. Let's focus on this here.
Done. And because of the fact that they got big names, you know what I'm saying, it's okay for them to pop out. Like Al Sharpton. Every now and then he'll pop out the woodworks. The nigga been hiding all year. For the past decade, he's been hiding. But every now and then he'll come out, say something, and because he's Al Sharpton, part of one of the revolutionaries, we got to listen to him and respect what he say. But there's another example. Marlon. Oh, good.
Question again.
Good. Oh, you said, do you want to hear the question?
Yeah.
Oh, example of where our leaders in the black community, instead of being humble and being content with what they had, they used their political power for their own selfish gain instead of helping our community. An example is Martin Luther King with that bus boycott. He had hella power, all the power. White people respected the hell out of that bus boycott because they wasn't making no money. Niggas was walking and carpooling. They wasn't riding the bus no more. The city was suffering. Cities were suffering. And so the white man respected it and gave black people what they wanted. But all they wanted was sitting in front of the damn bus. Fuck, excuse my language, but forget that. You know what I'm saying? We could be doing more than with that power. We got a voice now to these people. And they understand that until they give us what we want, they're not gonna make no money off of us. Why not use that to better our community? But no, they just want to be able to sit next to white people. That's what I'm talking about. Being humble, being content with what your situation is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying settle for the piss in the hallway, but maintain your integrity while you're trying to get out the hallway. You get what I'm saying? So let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. You start right there.
All right, come on. When it's 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But godliness.
Start at verse 4.
Okay.
Nope. Damn. Jeez. All right, start at verse 3.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 3. If any man teacheth otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words.
To consent to wholesome words means what? Somebody, what do y'all think that means? Consenting to wholesome words. What does it mean to consent? Go ahead, Zabak.
To be satisfied with things that is making sense.
To be willing to do something, right? That's consent. And then, what are wholesome words?
Words that carry value.
The truth. Right? So it's saying, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, keep reading.
Even the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness.
That's how we know it's the truth. Keep going.
He is proud.
He is what?
Proud.
He is proud. Right? Keep going.
Knowing nothing.
Keep going.
But doubting about questions and strife of words.
He's looking for a reason to have a problem with what it is that you're telling him about the truth. He's not content with hearing the good news that he's one of God's chosen people. He's looking for a reason to combat you, a way to combat it. Now, we are supposed to be circumspect. You're supposed to be skeptical about everything. You're supposed to be able to come in here and ask all the questions and try to tell me that I'm wrong. But I need to be able to show you how I'm right. And once you hear that I'm right, you need to be content with that. But a lot of people aren't. You'll give them the truth, and because the truth cuts them and hurts them, they'll keep continuing to battle you. So read that again.
He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strife of words.
So strife of words, meaning you'll say something. So let me see. The Christians like to argue the Jesus is God topic is popular right now. The Christians like to argue that Jesus is God, but they don't want to look into the Hebrew where it says in Genesis 1:1, where it says God created the heavens and the earth. In the Hebrew, it says Elohim. They like the fact that it says God. So now they can put that together with Colossians where it said Christ made everything. See, Christ is God, which means I can't be perfect. I don't got to keep the law. They're not content with learning the knowledge. They're content with arguing and bickering so that they don't have to learn the knowledge. So they don't have to be held accountable and responsible. Keep going.
Hereof cometh envy, strife.
It's like it, whereof.
Whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil sermons.
Look up that word, surmising. Because they're saying that's what it's saying. It's saying the people who are proud and don't know nothing, you try to tell the truth, and they consent not to learning the truth. They're gonna argue with you and fight you, and from that it's gonna be envy, strife, railings, and evil surmising. We want the word evil surmising or surmising in general.
Surmising.
Go ahead.
Surmising. Suppose that something is true without having evidence to confirm.
Now, evil. So, what is evil surmising? If surmising is proposing that something is true without evidence to confirm it, then what is evil surmising?
Doing it with a malicious intent.
Doing what?
Coming up with.
Give me an example of it. That might be a little easier for you.
All right. So basically, like for example, if I'm with him and he like want something from the store or something, and it's like something that's good for him, like it might be a protein bar or whatever, right? And I tell him, now you can't have that. That guy this chemical in there that's bad just off of me not wanting to really buy for him. Just like I just lied to him just because I didn't want to buy it.
That's evil surmising, right? Or me telling you that the Israelites are black, and you tell me no, they're not. You don't got nothing to prove that they're not. You're just telling me that they're not because you don't want to believe that they are. That's evil surmising, right? Keep going.
Yeah. Perverse, disputing of men of corrupt minds
Mm-hmm.
and destitute the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
They propose that gain is godliness. The stuff that you gain in life means you closer to God. There's people out here that believe that your money, the amount of money you got, the more closer to God you are. So that means that they got a hole that they filling with money. They never gonna have enough. They never gonna be content. They don't care who they gotta hurt and who they gotta step on to fill that hole. The more they fill it with money and whatever it is stuff that they want, the closer they are to God in their mind. They'll never be content. You don't want to ever turn into that because you know what you'll do at the end of that? You'll betray your people. You'll sell them out. We got the Epstein files out, Jay-Z in there. All over it. You know how many black people love Jay-Z? Not a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know too many niggas that do, but I know niggas do love Jay-Z. That's why he got all them followers, all them fans, and all that money. Him and Beyonce both. Beyonce all in there too. The Beehive. Right? The Queen Bee in there. But she's an example of this. That all that money, all that power, and that influence is never gonna be enough. They think that having all that means they're closer to God. Do y'all know that Beyonce went from 380 million followers on Instagram down to 302 million? And damn near had a heart attack. Why you need all them followers on Instagram, folks? That's social media money. And social media money is what she's looking for. She's looking for more money. That's all they about is the money. It's never enough. And that means that they'll destroy you. They'll sell you all type of, they'll tell Beyonce's music is telling our women that they don't need us. Even though she needs her husband. She's right there with Jay-Z. Ain't went nowhere. But she's telling you to tell your husband, she's telling your girl to tell you that your clothes is in a box to the left. Right? She ain't dealing with you. She telling you don't deal with you. Telling her don't deal with you. But she ain't leaving Jay-Z. Why? Because he a high value man, right? But he in the Epstein file. So what's that mean about high value men with a bunch of money? They got all that money and they trying to fill that void with something other than money. Now they're hurting children. You know what I'm saying? Or they doing weird stuff to each other. Like Diddy. My man said he went to sleep and woke up. Sometimes Diddy was next to him, sometimes he wasn't. When he was next to him though, so he woke up sore. What y'all think happened, man? Come on. Y'all ain't hearing me. They ain't listening to me, young man. These men got empty voids that need to be filled with stuff. And it don't matter what that stuff is. They lust is all that matters. And fulfilling that lust and desires is going to be their destruction. But they don't care. Because they get to enjoy life now. That's what they want. Their enjoyment right now. And it don't matter who it hurt. They don't matter who they got to step on and who they got to abuse. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's go to... do we want to go to Maccabees? No, not yet. Let's go to Genesis... No. Yeah, let's go to Maccabees. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees chapter 9 and verse 20. Go ahead.
I want to add something in too. I want to add something in too about the Beyonce thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell everybody leave a man.
Done.
Man, sisters have been talking about it. I've been kind of going a little bit about it, but every time my Glorilla got a man, now she don't make no music no more. Every time Megan Thee Stallion was talking about the hot girl summer and do this and all nasty that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now she made the song Pop That Box for Your Man. And she talking about stop worrying about my nigga, need to get your own man. They don't with Klay Thompson and nobody else. They don't appreciate that she finally out of the streets or whatever the Lord allows she can stay out.
But you see, that's the witchcraft right there. That's what it is. When you get the money, well, first of all, when you're trying to come up, you taught to be a certain way. These girls, they taught to be promiscuous and sluts, and it's gonna make them rise to stardom. So they going with it, and then once they finally make it and they meet somebody, and I ain't gotta be a hoe no more. You don't care that I was a hoe? I ain't gotta be a hoe no more. I'm with you. I'm not letting you go nowhere. And you got money? You ain't going nowhere. So now it's two things gonna happen. Either one, she's gonna continue to make that music, and some of her fans gonna fall off because her music ain't sincere like it used to be. It used to be fuck that nigga, get money. But it's what make his pockets hurt. Not no more. Now she's trying to build a relationship. Like you said, shit, worry about your man, leave mine alone. You know what I'm saying? Now we on that tip. So now that's the other thing's gonna happen. Now your fans gonna leave you, and now you got a choice to make. What Megan gonna do once her money start to dwindle a little bit? Because she ain't making the same hot girl music that she was making before. Y'all think she gonna stay with her husband? What's his name? Klay Thompson? Not Klay Thompson. What's his name?
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. You think she gonna stay with that brother? Or you think she gonna leave? Once her money start to dwindle, She gonna go get her another bag. How she gonna do that? She have to get rid of Klay Thompson. If not, divorce that nigga. Take half of everything. Are they even married yet? Oh, it's just a matter of time then. It's a matter of time. We know what's gonna happen.
Prenup.
Huh? The prenup.
Paperwork. Prenup won't be in it.
You know that's generally how it happened with black people though. So with the black celebrities, with the black women, the black celebrities that's married to the black women, or even the white celebrities that's married to the black women, every single time they do the divorce game, his money ain't his money. It belongs to somebody else, so she can't get nothing. Or she end up owing him alimony. What's old girl name? Jennifer Lopez. She paying alimony to that one dude. Or is it Jennifer Lopez?
Nah, I think it's Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, the water. Halle Berry. She paying freaking alimony to a white man. You feel me? But that's what happened. That greed. That greed is what gets you there. She wasn't supposed to even what my man Jadakiss say? Why she had to how the bar go? She had sex with Billy Bob Thornton, damn it, for the Grammy or for the Oscar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was greed. You let yourself be put out like that, and you really did that. You gonna let yourself be played with like that for that Oscar? You willing to sacrifice your integrity for gain like that? And even if you think about it, like on the real, they ain't talking about Halle Berry no more. The only reason she's even remotely still popular is because of Hurricane Chris. You know what I'm saying? Before that song, I'm not checking for Halle Berry no more. Go ahead.
On top of it being a white man, then on top of that, she said it's hard to pay child support to a man who calls you a nigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you sold out for. That's what Halle Berry sold out for. She sold herself to the industry for a couple dollars in a Grammy or for an Oscar. And now you a nigger. They're going to pay child support and alimony to a white man. And ain't nothing you can do to stop it. And nothing you can do about it. Slacky, you got that?
You said Second Maccabees.
Chapter 9 and verse 20.
Chapter 20.
Mm-hmm. Start at verse 19.
All right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This Second Maccabees chapter 9 verse 20 in the Apocrypha.
Antiochus,
king and governor to
wait, Slakia, start at verse 18, Slakia.
Okay. But for all this, his pains would not cease.
Mm-hmm.
For the judgment of God was come upon him.
Right.
Therefore, despairing of his health, he wrote unto the Jews the letter underwritten containing the form of a supplication. After this manner, Antiochus, king and governor to the good Jews, his citizens, wisheth much joy, health, and prosperity.
Mm-hmm. So this letter is saying that Antiochus wished the Jews in Jerusalem during the time of when they were subjugated by the Greeks, that he was wishing them health, joy, and prosperity. Keep going.
Okay. If ye and your children fare well, and your affairs to be your contentment,
Mm-hmm.
I give very good thanks to God.
Right.
Having my hope in heaven.
Keep going.
For me, I was weak,
Mm-hmm.
or else I would have remembered kindly your honor and goodwill, returning out of Persia and being taken with a grievous disease.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was necessary to care for the common safety of all.
Thought it not necessary to care for the common safety of all. So he understood and he was acknowledging that the children of Israel was being looked after and was still being protected by the Most High. But him, that wasn't enough. And because of his greed, he didn't care about the common health of the people. And then what that leads him to? What did he have? Read it again.
A grievous disease.
Grievous disease. The Lord cursed the hell out of that man because he was selfish and didn't care about the people. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Not distrust in my health, but having great hope to escape this sickness.
Mm-hmm.
But considering that even my father, at what at what time he led an army unto the high country, appointed a successor.
We ain't got to keep going. The whole point, the next verse, it's the rest of this is talking about his suffering because of his selfishness, and that's us in America. That's us as Black people specifically, and not just us. You're the Latino brothers and sisters as well, man. You know what I'm saying? That video circulating about that one Latina sister, she was pro-Trump, voting for Trump, and then here we are, fast forward later, and now her baby getting taken and put in cages on the border, getting ran up on and kidnapped by ICE. Bro, I seen a picture. This little 10-year-old girl got released from an ICE detention camp after 10 months. She had a black eye. It's a little baby. It's like little baby. You know? But this is what they wanted when they voted for Trump. Not all of them voted for Trump, obviously, but I'm talking about the ones who thought that that was better than... They thought because they had legal citizenship here that life was gonna be good for them, and that the other brothers who was coming here illegally was making life harder for them. Is what they were in their mind. Is what they was thinking. That's a selfish way to think. Because look what happens from their choice. Trump got in office. He started deporting everybody. You didn't have to be legal. He was getting rid of all the Latinos, and now your baby getting taken and put in concentration camps and getting beat on by, and God knows what else by these white men. Fun fact, sidebar. Did y'all know that they're not paying them? They promised them a sign-on bonus. They ain't giving them their money. The ICE agents, they ain't giving them their money. Them niggas mad. But it's the catch. They had to, part of the contract, you had to work for ICE for 5 years. And every year you'll get a bonus. And if you leave before the 5 years is up, you don't get nothing. And you owe that money back to the government. And they ain't giving them no bonus shit. It's been years. And they ain't getting no bonus shit. They played them. Go ahead, Zabak.
But I can pick it up on what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wicked, and even if you separate, like you separate the wheat from the tares.
Yeah.
The so-called white man to do that regardless whether he get paid or not.
Exactly.
He gonna do it regardless. So now you take some Issachar Wright brothers or some Puerto Ricans that then suited up. They doing it for the money. But now when reality really kick in and they see that they ain't getting the money, now they gonna be like this right here. Oh man, what have I done? Knowing that you haven't seen things set aside from being in the streets, like when they go inside these little camps and they seeing how your people is really being treated, and you know you ain't getting no money, I don't even know how you sleep at night.
You can't.
I don't know how you conduct yourself. I don't even know, like, the so-called white man, he's the beast of the field. He'll do that for fun. You ain't got to pay him nothing. Just the wickedness that's inside of him will keep going.
But you know what, though? Them Latino brothers that's a part of ICE, too, they should have been content with what they was getting. I'm sure a lot of them had to deport their family. Not deport, but round up and put their family in them concentration camps. Somebody that they knew, they was close with, they grew up with. They ended up in them camps, too. You know what I'm saying? Their family wasn't exempt from it. You're exempt from this. Your family not, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the reality is. But if they was content with what they had, working a little job they had to work, whatever, or the opportunities that they had, you know what I'm saying, then they wouldn't be in them situations. You know what I'm saying? Consuela got fucking bad hip, and she can't flip tortillas no more, and they got her in a concentration camp because of you. You get what I'm saying? But you sold out for $1. You know what I'm saying? If they can convince you to sell out for a couple dollars that you still ain't even really gonna get, what you gonna do later on when it's time for World War III and you got to make a choice, either fight for America or starve, unless you can find your way to the ISUPK. What you gonna do? You gonna go fight for America? You gonna sell out for now? You selling out for a promise of something now? What about later on when they actually do have something that you need? They don't sell out. And that's the danger of not being content. Wanting more, always constantly wanting more. There's nothing wrong with having drive and desire. Every man should desire ability. But is everything under the sun wrong with wanting everything under the sun and being willing to step on everybody? Being able to sell out your people, being able to sell your soul for gain. You know what I'm saying? Drop that. Let's go to we're in 2nd Maccabees, right? Let's stay there. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees. So let's go to 1st Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 19. I don't know why I got Genesis 37 on here. So yeah, let's go to First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 19. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's
like you go up 2 verses. Mm-hmm.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and 17. Then answered the king's officers and said to
Mattathias. Mm-hmm.
On this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren.
So this king's officers, this is Antiochus, I believe. His officers spoke to Mattathias, talking about how wise and how great of a man he is in the city. Now, Mattathias, if y'all don't know, Mattathias is the father, the brother who led the charge against the Greeks, who refused not to fight. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay.
He's a righteous brother. Keep going.
Then answered the king's officer. Hold on.
Verse 18.
Verse 18. Now, therefore, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Ye and the men of Judah also, as such as remain in Jerusalem.
So now they're being told to come and serve the king. Keep going.
So shalt thou and be in the number of the king's friends.
Y'all hear what he's telling him to do? He's saying, come sell out to the king and be among the king's friends. Who's the king? I believe it's Antiochus. It's the devil. That's a damn white man for sure. I believe it's Antiochus. Keep going.
And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold.
Now he's trying to bribe them with money. You sell out to the king, bend the knee to the king, we're going to give you and your children silver and gold. Keep going.
And Matthews
Mattathias
answered and spake with a loud voice. Thou art the nation that
Salakis, slow down. Read it again.
Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away everyone from the religion of their fathers,
right,
and give consent to his commandments.
So even though all of the people, all the heathen that's around, that's under subjugation, because you got to think about the history of what's happening there. This is the Roman Empire. I'm sorry, this is the Greek Empire. Really, the specific is Antiochus himself, because before it was Ptolemy, but then Antiochus came and killed him and took his power too, took his land too, and added it to his own. He came down there and subjugated the hell out of all the heathen that he could find, including us, but all the heathen as well. So it wasn't just Israelites that was being subjugated by this man, right? It said that they gave consent to serving this nigga. They bent the knee to serve him. They forsake their God and everything. Keep going.
Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our father.
The brother said, regardless of what you offering me, how much money, how much power, how much friendship the king may be offering me, meaning he gonna show favor to me and my people, we're not gonna bend the knee. We're not gonna forget our God. We're not gonna stop loving one another and serving these heathen. Mattathias said he didn't care. He wasn't doing it. It's just like Eleazar. He was willing to die. What was that chapter 6? With Eleazar? He didn't care. He was willing to die so that the next generation could live and know what it meant to really live. To serve the Most High. Keep going. Let me know when you find that.
Okay. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinance.
That was enough for Mattathias. That was enough for him and his sons. He didn't have to be rich. He had enough. He didn't have to be super comfortable. They weren't outside. Serving the Most High was enough for him. He didn't have to have all the wealth, the riches, the authority, the comfort of being a servant, of being a slave. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What is it? Read it.
2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18.
2 Maccabees, Slakia. Go ahead.
Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Right.
Verse 19.
He refused to do it. Keep going.
But he, choosing rather to die gloriously,
you see,
than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth.
His looking righteous in the sight of the Lord was enough for him over life. Being alive didn't even matter to him if it meant disobeying the Most High. And that's how we gotta be. Keep going.
Come. And came out of his own accord to the torment, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life, for love of life to be tasted.
You see, it don't matter how glorious the garment that the king is offering to make you. It don't matter how much money he's willing to give you. You could be the next Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? If you bend the knee, that's what the devil told Christ in the mountain. He said, "I'll give you anything you want in the earth. Just bend the knee to me." You got to be content with what you got, because otherwise you'll fall for it. Keep reading about Eleazar. That brother didn't care.
Verse 21. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision.
Keep going.
Such as was lawful for him to use.
He brought his own meat. Pause. He brought his own food to eat. He didn't want to eat the food of the king, because the king, eating the king's food meant sin. Keep going.
And make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
They told him to pretend like you did it. Keep going.
Verse 22. That in so doing he might be delivered from death.
That you might not be put to death. Keep going.
And for the old friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child.
Real quick, if I could. That first part of that, y'all understand what that's saying? He was considering how he made it to such an old age, to be able to have these children, to have this gray hair. It was by serving the Lord, not compromising his integrity, not disobeying God. Keep going.
Or rather, the holy law made and given by God. Therefore, he answered accordingly, that willed them straight ways to send him to the grave.
He said, "Go ahead and kill me then. Just go ahead and kill me, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pretend to eat it. I'm not going to eat this clean meat and pretend that it's the unlawful meat to appease the king. I'm not going to do it to look bad in front of y'all who I got a reputation in front of. My job is to be an example for y'all, to die a martyr if I have to, so y'all can see what it means to really serve the Most High." That's what he's thinking, without compromise. Ain't nothing going to take him off of that, and he meant it. Keep going.
Come. Verse 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise for this assembly, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
So now we're talking about a 80-year-old man, 90-year-old man, Salakia. They said that he's now gone to a strange religion. Why? They said that because that's what the outcome of him eating the unlawful meat was going to be. Because his whole life, he been serving the Most High. Now we got this wicked, evil king coming subjugating us, and he's telling you, if you eat this food, then you won't die. He's not offering you gold and silver. He's offering you your life. And you have to be content with the death. Zabak, you got your apocrypha? Give me the story about Susanna, if you could, afterwards. Keep going. Salakia Nakashab, we finna be all over.
Okay, verse 25. And so they, through mind hypocrisy, had desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age, and make it abominable. Verse 26. For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty.
He said, "I will not escape the hand of the Almighty." So even though the king might be offering you, the king of the land, or whatever you living in, might be offering you wealth, riches, power, and everything, and you ain't dying here in the earth physically right now, but you will suffer at the hands of the Most High when it's time for you to. When he decides it's time for you to suffer, it may not be right now, it may not be later on, you might still have purpose for him right now. But at some point, yeah, you're going to pay for that. Why put yourself through that? Just be content with the life that you got. Keep going.
Come. Neither alive nor dead.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. Wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requires.
He said, I'm gonna show you what someone that's my age requires. What is required of a seasoned brother? To be the example, to lead by example, even in death, if that's what it takes. That's what this job is even in death, we're gonna serve the Most High and we're gonna show you how to do it, even at the detriment of our own life. Keep going.
Come. Verse 28. And leave a notable example to such as be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment.
So like we can stop there. You got that in Susanna? I want the part where they tried to lie on her and she said, well, she'd just rather die. I think. Let me see.
I got it.
You got it. Go, my nigga. Slacky, my brother. Go ahead. Slacky.
All right, this the history of Susanna. Chapter 1.
It's only one chapter, but it's verse. Go ahead.
I can give Susanna side.
Stop, Slacky. Start at verse 18.
See,
Mm-hmm.
come. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves to private doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid.
So now you got a woman, a righteous sister, right? She's taking a bath, whatever. She sent her servants away. But they got two old brothers watching her. They hide. Keep going. She's naked in the bath. Keep going.
Now when the maid were gone forward, the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us.
They told her, let us run a train on you. That's insane. But that's how wicked the leader. These are the leaders in Israel. They said two elders. These are brothers who got wealth, got fame, got power, got influence in Israel. And they trying to rape this sister. Keep going.
Come. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maid from thee.
So now they trying to blackmail her. That's what I'm saying. They got influence among the people. They know they two elderly brothers. They gonna listen to them before they listen to this young sister, this young pretty sister that probably many brothers would have wanted to have her. You know what I'm saying? So it's more believable that she committed adultery and these older seasoned brothers caught her than the fact that they lying and really they tried to rape her. Keep going.
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
Keep going.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hand.
So either if I do it, the Lord gonna be angry with me, he gonna punish me. And if I don't, y'all gonna lie on me and I'm gonna be put to death anyway. Because that's what the punishment for adultery is, right? Keep going.
It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it.
Then what?
Than to sin in the sight of the Lord.
That's what mattered. More than her life. The death that she knew was coming, she'd rather experience it at the hands of men than at the power of the Most High. And if you read later on, the Lord had mercy on her. You know what I'm saying? He made sure because of how she responded to that, because of how she acted in that moment, choosing him over her own herself, the Lord put Daniel there to protect her. Y'all know that Daniel is the same Daniel from the book of Daniel. You know what I'm saying? All this is happening around the time of Babylon. The Lord put Daniel there to speak on her behalf, to question these niggas. He had all the right questions to ask these old men. And come to find out they was lying. But the sister said, I'd rather be put to death. I'd rather them let you let them niggas kill me than betray the Most High. She was content with her position and being in favor with the Most High. She was good. She had servants. She had money. She had status, a little bit of wealth. She was cool. She wasn't looking for nothing extra. She wasn't looking for nothing too crazy. She was just trying to take a bath. And here come these two nasty old perverts try to do something to her and then threaten her with death if she didn't let them do it. And she said, well, come on with the death. That's the exact same thing that happened with Eleazar. An oppressor come and say, consent to me. You cannot consent to the oppressor because if you do, the oppressor is going to give you what you're asking for. But then the Lord going to give you what come with it. The oppressor going to give you the wealth and the riches, but he going to make sure you suffer. And the Lord going to help him in making sure that you suffer. So not all the money and all the power and all the fame, the notoriety, influence, it's not always worth what you got to pay to get it, man. And it definitely ain't worth your integrity. You get a job, you meet somebody new, you keep it a bean up front with them and you stay that way. And don't never come up off of it. Because if you do, people going to start expecting you to do that. And next thing you know, who you are going to get thrown to the wayside and you just become whatever the world wants you to be. You got to hold true to your integrity. Once you put your head down and say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, that's got to be what it is. Drop that. Let's go to, we in the Apocrypha, so we really can, drop that. Let's go to Philippians 4 and 10. We'll come back to the Apocrypha. We almost done, y'all. Salaki. It's going to be another short class. Kinda. Let's get Philippians chapter 4, verse 10.
Philippians 4 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me have flourished again.
Mm-hmm.
Here, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lack opportunity.
So now this is Paul writing to the brothers and sisters in Philippi, and he said, read it again.
Okay. But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care of me have flourished again.
That the people are now caring about what it is that he's been teaching them in these letters. Keep going.
Wherein also careful.
Mm-hmm.
Wherein you were also careful.
Right.
Lacked opportunity.
They were careful, but they lacked opportunity. They cared about what was being told to them, but they lacked opportunity to exercise if they cared about what Paul was teaching them, meaning the truth. Keep going.
Not that I speak in respect of one, for I have learned in whatever self state I am in, therewith to be content.
Paul said he learned to be content with whatever soul state he was in. Yeah, some history. Out of all the prophets in the Bible, Paul suffered more than most. He was put in jail. He went to prison. He was lost at sea for like 3 days. Paul suffered, and he was constantly being hounded by men that worked under him before he came into the truth. He got betrayed by everybody he knew. He was made to suffer. But in all that suffering, he said, read it again. Read that verse again.
Not that I speak in respect of one, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
He said that it's supposed to be enough. Read the next verse, and you're going to see why.
I know both to be obeyed, and I know how to be bound.
Meaning, I know what it's like to not have nothing, but I also know what it's like to be, well, it's like it. Give me the definition of a base, one of y'all. Knock you out. He said, I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Good.
Abased. To behave in a way that belittles or degrades someone.
Okay, so he said, I know how to be abased, meaning, be like he said, behave in a way to belittle or degrade somebody. Meaning he knows how to hurt people. Go ahead, brother, you had your hand up. Let's get the definition of abound. It's a good question. It's the first time you ever answered a question in my class. That's what's up. I see you.
Definition of stay at. Stay at.
Skynet. Go ahead.
Definition of abound. Exist in large numbers or amounts.
So in this context, it would be he knows what it's like to have a lot. That's why I started off by saying he know what it is to have next to nothing. Because abound is talking about him having what it means to like live in the truth and have a lot. So even though you got wealth, even though you got power, influence, status, whatever, you still don't let that take from who you are. Your integrity remains the same no matter what. No matter how much you got, no matter how much you come up, you don't forget where you come from. Is a good way to a basic way to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Staying humble. Keep going.
Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry.
He said he's instructed to both be full and to be hungry. Meaning, if I got the truth, I'm in the school, I'm full of wisdom, I'm full of knowledge, but I'm still hungry. Hungry for what? Go ahead, Spot.
Hungry for this truth.
Hungry for the truth. You full because you in here, you done learned a whole lot. Even just being around, your spirit is getting filled up. But you still got a deep hunger. But that hunger is supposed to be for the truth. It ain't supposed to be an empty void that's filled with stuff. It's supposed to be an empty void that's filled with knowledge, filled with wisdom. That's what the void is supposed to be filled with. You're supposed to have the void is going to be there regardless. Every man got wants and desires. That's not going to ever go away. It's not supposed to. But the wants and desires being there is supposed to be filled with good things. The best thing to fill it up with is the Lord's wisdom. How to serve him, how to love your brother and your sister. That's the most important thing. And then everything else is cool, whatever. But it's supposed to be filled with the wisdom of the Lord that he would have you have. So you know how to live and how to carry on. And then you teach that to the next generation. And you teach that to the next generation. You know what happens after that? We fixed. There ain't no more white man over us. There ain't no more captivity. There ain't no more gang banging, pimping women, slapping hoes. None of that. Titty bars, none of that. All that evil stuff go out the window. Because now our sisters is learning how to be good women, good daughters, good wives, and how to teach each other how to do it. And our men are learning how to be good men, good brothers, good husbands, and good sons, and teaching other men how to do it. The problems fix themselves, but it all starts with us drawing a line somewhere and saying we're gonna stay here. No matter what happens, we're not gonna cross this line. That's being content. Keep going.
But abound and suffer need.
Well, it's like he said, but to both abound and to suffer need. So that's why I mixed them up. To abound and to suffer need, meaning being good and wealthy or just being poor, suffering, being in need. Keep going.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me.
That's the most Christian, one of the most Christian verses ever. But Christians don't know what that means. All they know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, meaning no matter what challenge come, I'm going to make it. No matter what opportunities come, I'm going to get them. They don't know about the suffering that Paul is talking about before that. All they know is the one that the pastor tell them in the church. And they're content with that. So there's a certain level of contentment that you're not supposed to have. And that's the level of contentment you're not supposed to have. That void is supposed to be filled with the truth, with wisdom. They don't know that Paul is saying be content with being poor until you ain't poor no more. They don't know that Paul is saying be content with having a lot and still stand in the truth versus looking for more and replacing your desire for the truth with the more. They don't know that. All they know is, read that verse again.
Well, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me.
Saw the verse out.
Philippians 4:13.
That's all they know. Philippians 4:13. It's going good. It's about to get better, y'all. Because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's the pastor. That's your grandma. That's granddaddy. They don't know. They don't care about the suffering that Paul was talking about. Go ahead, brother.
The song they were singing back then before the March on Washington with Martin Luther King. The song was called "I Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around."
And what's the song about?
It's about raising other black people up when they was in going through segregation stuff.
And they weren't gonna let nothing stop them from completing the goal. That's the point of the song, right? That's what Paul is talking about. Even though we struggling and we suffering, we're gonna be content until we can get out this oppression. We're not gonna sell each other out. We're not gonna get rid of each other. That's what Paul was saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the idea with that song was, but it got thrown to the wayside because they wanted more. They weren't content with the mission. The mission it went from that to being able to be with white people, to eat at the white restaurant, and they spit in your food. You know what I'm saying? They got hosed down, dog sicked on them. And for what? To be a nigga in the house. That's the only difference. You was outside, now you inside the white man's house. That's the only difference. Was it worth it? No. Every year they tell us to go vote. Every year when it's time to vote, tell us to go vote. And if you don't vote, you know what they say? You know how people die so you can vote? They could have lived and I would have still not voted. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have to die for that. But they weren't content with just building their own black communities. They needed to be able to be in the white communities. So what you're saying is a good point, man. Give the young brother a hand. Let's go back. Oh, we done with it? Philippians? Yeah, that's it. We done with Philippians. So that's the whole point, man. It's being content with what we have. Because right now we live in a time where people gonna really try our spirits. The devil is a wicked evil beast, bro. We poor right now, and times is hard. Jobs hard to get. Food is high. Everything is high as hell. Are you gonna be content with serving the Most High, or are you gonna give up on them and go back to trapping? Make an OnlyFans. Because times ain't gonna get no easier. It's only gonna get rougher and rougher. You have to be grounded somewhere. You have to decide in yourself. Let's go 2nd Ezra chapter 3. But you gotta decide in yourself what you gonna do and where you gonna be, where you gonna stand, where you gonna draw the line. Because if you don't, I'm gonna give you $1 to do this job for me. All you gotta do is sell out your people. Man, hell no, I ain't selling my people out for no dollar. I'm gonna give you $100 to do this job for me. All you gotta do is sell out your people. Man, hell no, I'm not selling out my people. I'm gonna give you $100 million to do this job for me. 100 million is a lot of money. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, bro. Man, they look Kanaka. He said it's 100 million, man. What if I just take the job, do the job? I might hurt a couple people, but I put us on. We be all straight. Go ahead.
That's why it's going viral. The video, I'm pretty sure you seen it with Terrence Crawford. Yep, but
oh yeah. That's where I got the concept from, Con.
It's like I said, say what about 100 million? He said, 100 million. I said, hustle.
He's like,
thought it was gonna be funny, but like that's you, not me. That just tells me what kind of nigga you are. You know, like,
and he wasn't playing.
This.
But niggas will sell out like that though.
To actually have morals to stand on what they saying out there.
Especially a nigga that got some money. But you know why he's like that? Because he's a nigga who didn't have nothing. Everything he got come from flat out hard work. And regardless whether he's Christian or not, he stands on his belief. Integrity is part of his beliefs. So when he went on that interview, popular freaking podcast, and told that nigga about himself, you know what I'm saying? And didn't care, didn't crack a smile, nothing. Like, you that trifling, dog? Okay, I see. I can't trust you then. You got to stand on that. Go ahead, Zabaki, you had your hand up.
Like if I made, I haven't seen people sell out for less than that.
Man,
a soda and a bag of chips or something from McDonald's. Look at 48.
Sure, you ain't lying though. You ain't lying. They come back with Subway. Yeah. Nigga, I give you this whole foot long right now if you tell us about what's my man name? Lil Daryl. If you tell us about Lil Daryl. So like, was that it? Come, let's go to 2nd Ezra. Come. Chapter 3.
So 2nd Ezra chapter 3.
Real quick, if I could. So this chapter is about Ezra, right? It's him in Babylon. And he's talking to an angel about his people. Go ahead.
In the 13th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon and laid trouble upon my bed, and my thoughts came up over my heart.
Now, real quick, there's a degree of wisdom that you're not supposed to seek after. Well, I won't say that. There has to be a limit to what you're willing to do to gain wisdom, right? Because what wisdom in the world, I'm talking about, not wisdom in the truth. I'm talking about wisdom in the world. To want to know all things, that can be a dangerous thing as well. There's people who have killed other people for lack of information because they wanted to know something. Messed around, found out what they wanted to know, and then killed somebody for no reason. It's happened a lot. Keep going.
For I saw the desolation of Zion and the wealth of them that dwell at Babylon.
He saw the oppression of his people and then how rich all the Babylonians were. Keep going.
And my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High. And said,
No, I won't stop you. Go ahead. Keep going.
O Lord, who beareth rule, thou spakest at the beginning when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone and commanded the people.
Keep going.
And gave a body unto Adam without a soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made a living before thee.
Right. So he's talking to the Most High, and he's thinking about how the Lord said that he has all this power, and he chose Adam. Right. Keep going.
And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forth. And unto him thou gavest.
Slocky, real quick. What is that? What is that paradise? What is it about?
Garden of Eden.
Nope. Read that verse again. I ain't never even thought to ask nobody that. Kanaka, do you read that verse again?
And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted before ever the earth came forth.
What's that paradise? I ain't never thought to ask nobody that, man.
I thought you said first Esdras.
Second Esdras.
Gotta be the.
Davis.
You got paradise, you got heaven.
Nope. The reason why it's not the Garden of Eden, read it again.
And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forth.
The earth was formed before the Garden of Eden, you know what I'm saying? So what is the paradise?
The truth.
It's the truth. The paradise is the truth. The Christ's existence is what gives us the example of the truth. Christ was created to be perfect, to obey the Most High perfectly. That's what the truth is. Obedience to the Most High perfectly, right? And Adam was taught the truth by the Most High, but that truth, like I said, is that paradise is what the truth is, and which existed before the earth. Keep going. I just want to see if y'all knew that, because I ain't even thought to ask nobody that. Keep going.
And unto him thou gavest the commandments to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointed death in him.
It didn't immediately happen that the Most High told Adam that, it's like that the Most High killed Adam, but it said that immediately death was implanted into him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough. I won't blame Adam, but I will. Because Adam ultimately, he knew what the rule from the Most High was. The one thing the Lord told him. But he listened to a woman. It wasn't enough for the Most High to tell you. Your woman had to tell you too. The Lord put her under you. But you don't listen to her before you listen to the Lord, who put her in the position to be beneath you. It wasn't enough. And so in that folly, in that failure, he was cursed with death. Keep going.
And in his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindred out of them. And every person and every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and despised thy commandments.
Ooh, now make that make sense. They did wonderful things before the Lord, but they despise his commandments. How can that be? How can the things be wonderful, but they despise his commandments? What is that verse saying? It's about. Well, yeah, they were disobedient, but
That is like commandments.
yeah, that's the second part where it said they despise that commandment. So what are the wonderful things that they did? Good.
I was gonna say like Christian pastor because like they don't follow the laws, the statutes, the commandments, but they heal people. They do all this other stuff.
Pastor heal people?
No, not but like they don't do it, but like they got where they like pills like heal people, and they getting all this money from this church, but they not.
So what's the wonderful thing about that? You right there. What's the wonderful thing about that? They appear to be healing people, but they're getting all the money from these people. What's the wonderful thing about that?
It's making them rich.
Exactly. The manipulation is what's making them rich. That's the wonderful thing that they're doing. But they despise the Lord's commandments, because if they didn't, then they wouldn't be doing that evil thing. But it's wonderful because of so when it says wonderful things, wonderful don't always mean a good thing. Wonderful just means it's amazing that y'all was able to pull that shit off. You was able to convince millions and billions of people that you could heal them, and they gave you how much money? That's amazing. It's like saying it's amazing when it's saying it's wonderful things, but they despise the Lord. Keep going.
Okay.
It's like they despise his commandments. Keep going.
And again, in the process of time, thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyed them. And it came to pass that every of them that as dead was to Adam, so was the flood to these.
Okay.
Nevertheless, one of them thou left naming.
It's like it. Drop down to verse 30.
Okay. For I have seen how suffered them sinning.
He said he's seen how the Most High is suffering us sinning. Keep going.
And have spared wicked doers.
And has spared the wicked doers. All of us was wicked doers at one point before we came into the truth. And all of them out there are wicked doers because they're not in the truth. But he spares us. Even though we all deserve death and worthy of death, he spares us. That should be enough. You shouldn't need no more convincing past that. None of us do. I mean, none of us should, but we all do. You know what I'm saying? Nashak said often, he don't believe that brothers think that the Most High is even real. We believe that Christ is real. We believe that Christ is going to come back. But brothers don't believe that the Most High can see and know everything that you're doing. Brothers don't believe that for real. We can't be content with that. That can't be the standard for us. We got to know it, believe it, and be fearful of it. And that's what stops us from backsliding and committing sin, like those people, the wicked doers that it say. Keep going.
Okay. Destroyed thy people, and has preserved thy enemies, and has not signified it.
Keep going.
I do not remember how this way may be left. And they then
are they then?
better.
So that's now the question that he's asking the Most High. Like, are these evil, the brothers that want to be like the Babylonians, better than us? Are the Babylonians that much better than us? That's the question that he's asking. Why is he asking that question? What's the topic of the class?
Be content.
Why is he asking that question?
Because he want more?
No, because they want more. Yeah, they would rather be Babylonian. So you understand what's happening, right? Ezra is having he's laying in bed thinking about what the situation his people are in. No matter what he's doing, no matter what he's trying to do, his people want to be like Babylonians. They desire to be like Babylon. They desire the riches and the wealth of the world over the promise of the covenant with the Lord. And he's trying to figure out why. So that's why if you read this whole chapter, he's just recounting all of history and everywhere that we messed up and was punished for it, and why we was punished for it. And now here we are in Babylon. It just don't make sense to him. That's why he's asking, are they that much better than us? The Babylonians better than us? He's asking that question because he's content with serving the Lord, but they not. You got to remember that this, even though it's in the Apocrypha, this history, if historically, this takes place right after the book of Nehemiah. This is after Nehemiah is out of the picture, and now Ezra is top dog. Because before he was just a scribe for Nehemiah, but now if you read now Nehemiah, was that 8 or is that 10? Where they built the pulpit? It was Nehemiah 8, where they built the pulpit. And they started going to camp to fix the people. Then in Nehemiah 10, they said that we're not going to buy and sell on the Sabbath because the people were so infatuated with buying and being like the heathen in Babylon. That Nehemiah said that, nah, we're going to cut all that out. So now your Saturdays are dedicated to the Most High. We're not going to build this empire. We're not going to serve this wicked kingdom. Fast forward, now Ezra top dog, and they went right back to doing the evil that they was doing before. So now he's asking, like, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not enough to serve you? Keep going.
Okay. Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel?
So now he's questioning the Most High. Are we your people still, or is it another people now? Now I sound like an angry woman, an angry wife. So found out he got another rib. Keep going.
Okay. Or what generation has so believed thy covenant as Jacob?
So now he's saying that we don't even believe in you. That's what I was saying earlier. Keep going.
And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor have no fruit. For I have gone here and there throughout the heathen, and I see they flow in wealth, and they think not upon the commandments.
Come on, drop that. Let's go to chapter 4 and verse 3. Now, this is Uriel coming to answer him about everything that he's asking about in that chapter. He's questioning why, Lord, is it that our people, my people, still choosing to be sinners even after all the hard work I'm doing? Like, he's questioning the Most High, and he don't understand that the Most High has a grand design. Our people is made to be unable to be pleased because, again, there's a void that's supposed to be in all of us. It's what we're supposed to fill that void with is the problem. Our people don't want to fill the void with the truth because the truth ain't fun. Sin then became fun and addictive and enjoyable. And filling yourself with the truth, with wisdom, it's not as fun. It's cool until the glory and the glamour wear out and then it's time to do the work. Then it ain't fun no more. Then it ain't cool no more. Right? So you're finna give them answers. Go ahead.
This second chapter 4, verse 3. Then said I, yea, my Lord. And he answered me and said, I am sent to shoot thee 3 ways and to set forth 3 similitudes for me. Whereof, if thou canst declare me one, I will shew thee also the way that thou desirest to see. And I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh.
Well, he's saying that I'm gonna show you 3 things. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and if you can answer even one of them, then I'm gonna explain to you exactly where the wicked heart comes from. Why these people can't get right. Keep going.
So come. And I said, tell on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind.
He said, give me the weight of fire. Tell me how much fire weighs. You know how much fire weighs? How you know?
You start firing from a lighter.
So what that mean? Okay. But that don't mean that fire don't weigh nothing. Do you know how much fire weighs?
Oh, but
That's it. That's the answer. You don't know. Keep going.
Okay. Or call me again the day.
Go before that.
Or measure me the blast of the wind.
Young man, do you know where wind comes from? Where does wind come from, though? It's in the sky, but where does it come from? Do you know where wind comes from?
I'm thinking clouds.
No. Do you know where wind comes from? That's the answer. Keep going.
Okay. Or call me again the day that is past.
Is it possible for you to call your father 3 days ago, right now. Exactly. Keep going.
He answered I and said, what man is able to do that?
What man is able to do them 3 things? Nobody. Don't nobody know how much fire away? You can't weigh fire. It's not possible. Don't nobody know where wind comes from. The Lord makes it wind somehow. It ain't for us to know. You know what I'm saying? And there damn sure ain't no way you can pick up a phone and magically call your father 3 days ago. It don't work that way. Keep going.
Come. Thou shalt ask such things of me.
So he's questioning Uriel. How you gonna ask me these questions? Can't no man do these things. Keep going.
Come. And he said unto me, if I should ask these how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are outgoing of paradise. Peradventure thou would have said unto me, I never went down into the deep.
So Uriel saying that if you was to ask me, hold on. Yeah, so Uriel said unto him, he said, if you was to ask me about all these things, how many springs, so the springs that's under the deep is what it's talking about. The water that's under the water. You got water under the ocean. You got little springs, little ponds, little lakes under the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It's way more dense water than ocean water, right? So you got little pockets of it. He said, if you was to ask me where that come from, what did it say again? Read the end of it, or read that verse again.
Peradventure thou wilt say unto me, I never went down into the deep.
He said, I would say, I never went down to the deep. Keep going.
Nor as yet into hell. Neither did I climb into hell.
Keep going.
Nevertheless, now have I asked thee, but only the fire and the wind, and of the day where thou hast passed, and of things from which thou canst not be separated.
So he said, instead of asking you something crazy, you know what I'm saying, I asked you simple, basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even answer me them questions. Keep going.
He said, moreover, unto me, thy own things and such as are grown up with thee, canst thou not know? How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest?
He said, how are you going to understand the Lord's ways if you can't understand the things that the Lord done created? So Uriel's cutting him because he asking Uriel, he asked the Most High, but the Most High sent Uriel to talk to this nigga, to get him back straight. It ain't for you to understand everything. I said all this to say that there's a dangerous desire for wisdom that you can have where you're willing to hurt your people and willing to hurt people, sell out, and compromise your integrity and your servitude to the Most High to acquire it. And that's what Ezra is looking into now. He's turning into. It's becoming dangerous when you first desire. So how can I fix my people? Okay, well, let me try this. Where it goes from that to, oh, damn, God, you really don't fool with us like that for real? You got all these questions for the Most High, and you question all these things. It ain't for you to question. It ain't for you to understand. You just do the work. Be content in that position. You in the truth. The Lord called you and gave you a mission. Be content with that. Let that be enough for you. That's it on that. Before we end the class, anybody got any question? Everybody to what? All right. With that, I pass the class off to Trooper Nakashaf. If you could turn the camera for the brother, Bob Kashaf.
These are superior now. We are the ISUPK, started out of One West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for any new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to check themselves of the word. If they need any transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister have an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, found in the Numbers 18 and 21, from Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'asher, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give it to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever so much you would like. Upcoming holification, the Feast of Purim, March the 2nd and 3rd, found in Ezra 9, verse 20 through 31. Remind all occupants to check the books before in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, pants, headband, hairspray. And with that, Elijah. Was the one person to brothers? My rock. Yeah, shot rocked up. Y'all class dismissed.